Hello everyone. In this video, let us discuss about the difference in the properties of ionic and covalent molecules. Before looking into the differences or before comparing their properties, we should know one of the property, that is polarization. You know about polarity. What is polarity and why we need to know about this? Polarization, polarity in the bonds. You know that bond is formed by sharing here, bond is formed by sharing of two electrons between the two different or similar atoms. That is covalent bond. And ionic bond is formed by the attraction between oppositely charged ions. So if you come to the polarity, polarity means what? Something which is completely separated things, then we call it as what? Polarization. So here covalent bond shows polarity in the sense of charge. That means one side, one of the atom of the covalently bonded molecule will be attaining more negative charge, one of the atom will be attaining less negative charge. Why this happens is because if you look at the bonding, covalent bond between two different atoms with with difference in the electronegativities. Example, HCl. This polarity in covalent bond occurs only when the two atoms are of different electronegativities, or when they are from two different elements. It doesn't occur between two similar atoms like hydrogen molecule. There is a covalent bond here, but it doesn't show any polarity. And if you look at chlorine molecule, it doesn't show any polarity. This polarity exists only between the in a molecule with two difference in the electronegativities. So if you take hydrogen and chlorine, you know that hydrogen electronegativity is 1 and chlorine's electronegativity is 3.5. There is a large difference in the electronegativity. So what happens? This covalent bonded electrons will be pulled by the chlorine. You know that electronegativity is what? The tendency to attract the bonded electrons towards itself is electronegativity. So in this hydrogen chloride molecule, the bonded electrons, the two bonded electrons will be pulled by this chlorine. Okay, so what happens? This chlorine is going to acquire partial negative charge, isn't it? As this is pulling these two electrons, what happens? The resultant will be like this. The resultant thing will be like this. The two electrons are closer to what? Chlorine atom, and they are away from hydrogen. So this chlorine atom will be having partial negative charge and this is having partial positive charge. This separation of charges is known as what? Polarization, polarity. So therefore here in this way the separation of charge occurs, due to which the same molecule with those shared electrons will be moved towards a particular atom and it is going to acquire negative charge. This is known as what? Polarization. Due to this polarization, these covalent molecules are going to show different chemical behaviors, different chemical properties. Right? Is it clear about the polarity, polarization? Now let us see the comparison of properties between these ionic molecules and covalent molecules, and also polar covalent molecules. Right? And also we have got the third type of molecule, that is polar covalent molecule. Best example is this hydrogen chloride, hydrogen bromide, hydrogen iodide. First let us take ionic molecule. The example for this ionic molecule, we are going to take NaCl, sodium chloride. Next is polar covalent molecule. Example for this is HCl, hydrogen chloride, And next is complete a covalent molecule. We are going to take the example of ethane, C2H6. What is this? Ethane. Right, if you compare the mass of these, here we are going to discuss about what? Properties. Mass. If you look at the molecular mass of NaCl, it is 58.5 and the mass of HCl is 36.5 and the mass of methane is 30. Right? Next, type of bond. If you look at the type of bond, the type of bond here is ionic. This is polar covalent and this is complete covalent. Right. Next is melting point. Melting point of NaCl is 801 degree. That means if you take the solid NaCl crystal, it is going to melt at 801 degrees centigrade. And if you take HCl, it is going to melt at 115 degrees centigrade. That means it is going to melt at very low temperatures. That means in order to convert it into solid, we still require to decrease the temperature further greater than minus 115. That means around more than 115, minus 115. Actually, we should call it as less than 115 because if it have minus, here it indicates that it is, the temperature is decreasing, right? And if you take the melting point of ethane, it is minus 183 degrees centigrade. Boiling point. After converting it into a liquid, that liquid should undergo boiling and the boiling point is 1413 degrees centigrade, very high boiling. Whereas if you look at this, it is going to boil at minus 85 degrees centigrade and whereas this is going to boil at minus 88 degrees centigrade. So there is a large differences in the physical properties. Next, coming to solubility. Solubility means what? Whenever you add this NaCl into water and if you add it into kerosene like that, different kinds of solvents, in which kind of solvent it is going to soluble? Definitely this NaCl is going to get soluble in or it is going to get dissolved in water. So this is going to get soluble in polar solvents. The solubility is more in polar solvents. It is not soluble in non-polar solvents. Whereas this is soluble in polar solvents, whereas it is less soluble in non-polar. It is going to show slight solubility in non-polar solvents. And here this is going to get soluble only in non-polar solvents. No solubility in polar solvents. Coming to the reactivity, these ionic molecules are more reactive, they are vigorous in reactivity, and the reactions which occur in the case of ionic molecules are instantaneous, very fast. The polar covalent molecules, they are moderate in reactivity. That means they are neither fast nor slow. Whereas covalent molecules slow reactions, and these reactions need to be boosted by giving some catalyst or by providing some external source of energy. So in this way there is a lot of difference in the properties between the ionic, polar covalent and covalent molecules. Why there is a difference? If you look at these molecules, the melting point of NaCl, that is ionic molecule, is 800 degrees centigrade. Why? Because ionic bond is formed by the force of attraction between oppositely charged ions, where that force of attraction will be very strong. So in order to break that bond, we need to provide more energy. So, and also those molecules will be packed very tightly due to the strong attractions. So therefore we need to provide more energy in order to carry out melting. And whereas in this case, they are mostly going to exist in the form of gases. If you look at their physical appearance, these are crystalline, white crystalline solids, ionic compounds. Mostly they are solids, and mostly they are white. They will be having different colors. But NaCl is white crystalline solid. You all know that. Daily we will be using them. And coming to polar covalent molecules, here HCl is a colorless gas. Mostly that is pale yellow, a slight yellowish color gas. This is a gas. So this is solid. This is also a gas. And this is also a gas. These two are gases. Why they are gases is because covalent molecules, they will be having poor attractions. They are not having strong attractions. Therefore, due to the poor attractions, they don't attract other molecules strongly. So therefore, they exist freely. Poor attraction means what? They exist freely. So the free existence means what? They are going to exist like liquids and gases. Solubility. About coming to the solubility, these are soluble only in polar. If you look at NaCl, this is completely polar with Na plus and Cl minus. There is a clear polarity in them, right? Due to the clear polarity, they are soluble only in what kind of solvents? Polar solvents like water. Water is a polar solvent. Water is a polar solvent. In such kind of polar solvents only they are soluble. Based on the principle that like dissolves in like. This is a principle involved in this solubility. What is that principle? Like dissolves in like only. That means like natured, that means covalent natured compounds get soluble only in the covalent solvents. Polar natured or ionic natured molecules get soluble, or they will be soluble only in the ionic solvents, right? And covalent will be soluble only in the covalent solvents. Covalent molecules will be soluble only in the covalent solvents, because based on the principle that like dissolves in the like. So here these compounds are ionic in nature and they are polar in nature. So therefore they are soluble only in the polar solvents. These covalent molecules are polar, they are non-polar in nature. They don't show much polarity. So therefore these covalent molecules are soluble in non-polar solvents like petrol, okay, kerosene, all these kind of non-polar solvents. Whereas coming to polar covalent molecules, they show slight polarity, they show slight variation in the charges in the molecule. So therefore they will be soluble, they will be showing mostly solubility mostly in the polar solvents and slightly in the non-polar solvents, depending upon the extent of polarity that a particular molecule shows. So this is about the variation in the properties and polarization. Right. Thank you for watching.